Hey guys, Bob Trade Genius here, the 7th of April. And I'm going to start off with the teaser here that I put in the title because this clown is going to cause massive pain for the economy. So these guys think we have inflation that they can control by raising interest rates to try to solve a supply problem. And the way they're going to do it is they're going to do it by impoverishing everybody. Now, look, I am no fan of the billionaire, gadillionaire, elite people. However, those are the people that are in charge of people who get jobs. And what's going to happen here is we're going to get a domino effect. They're going to crash the stock market. I'm letting you guys know right now. And for people who know me for years and years and years, I am a relentless optimist. I always see opportunities, and they are now taking the club and they see everything as a baby seal. And so they're going to go out hunting and they're just going to start bashing, bashing, bashing until they bring down asset prices. Housing market is going to get destroyed, but rents are not going to go down. Stock market is going to get destroyed, but energy prices are not going to fall down. Food prices are not going to fall down. Healthcare prices are not going to fall down. They literally will have to put us into a depression to get where they need to go because the government is turning around and they're going to spend trillions of dollars in which they have no way in which to pay for it. And so the Fed said they're going to reduce their balance sheet. Will somebody please explain to me who's going to buy the interest notes on those loans? And is the government going to be able to pay the interest that's going to be required to attract people into buying those notes in an environment where they know they'll never get paid? And we're going into an environment where the demographics require the federal government to spend more and more and more. Look, I hate the Fed, but the problem now is that we're stuck with the Fed and they need to finish what they started here over the next 12 years. They go cold turkey on people now. It's good night nurse. So if you have long-term accounts, you better be positioning yourself to either hedge those, get the cash, or learn how to trade on the short side. If you own a lot of rental properties, well, I don't know how fast you can maneuver. Okay, you can ignore me. I said the same things in 2007, and I was in the tech industry in 1999, and we were waving the flag then too. So uh, I'm putting it out there. Okay, I'm hardly the first guy to say this, but I feel that they absolutely are committed to this. You know, a lot of people say they want to crash it because they want to usher in some sort of new world. Maybe, but we're going to crash. Now, is it going to happen tomorrow? I don't know, but I think it's going to be the long goodbye. They're just going to pound this thing month over month over month until they get it down to a price where they think they're going to control inflation. I think it's going to happen is they're going to get totally freaked out by the damage they caused, and prices are going to stay high, and we have the 1970s scenario all over again. So I just want you to understand that I'm still long commodities, but I'm shorting the market at every opportunity I get because I think it's going to be both, and it's going to be horrific. Now, that is over a 6 month period of time. Let's talk about what's happening today, tomorrow, next week, and into May, because we had an awesome day today. So let me go ahead. I got to find where it is here. Let's start with ES. This is the S&P E-mini futures. I'm looking at this from an hourly standpoint. So yesterday I told you guys if you have a red week going into Thursday, look for a push higher on Thursday. And that's exactly what we got. So we had a big move. I think it was almost 50-point move from the low. Let me go into the daily here. Let me zoom in. Okay. So it came all the way down here to 44.44, and we pushed all the way up to 45.18. This is nearly 70-point move higher. We ended the day up 95 and 45, 50 points higher. So those who traded with us and those who traded futures and options with us made a lot of money today. So the beta stocks went with it, and which is in a good in a way because this is going to put us in a position now to be able to short these prices higher where we have less risk of getting blown out on another long-term short squeeze, what they did a couple of weeks ago. So so that's where we are with ES. Oil bounced back, and so we had a bounce in oil here. They're going to probably drive it back up towards $100. Let's look at it here right now. So Thursday and a Friday is typically a green day because nobody likes going into the weekend short oil because you just don't know what's going to happen geopolitically. So just bear that in mind. And of course, we had gold that had a good day today too. So let's go daily on that. So gold had a pop today too. The miners did well as well. So I'll kind of go through some of those charts. But what does this mean? How's this set up? I fully expect tomorrow either it's going to be a flat day or they're going to continue to move the prices up, maybe another 20 or 30 points going into the weekend. And I think next week we go red again. Again, I apologize for my voice. I just don't know when this is going to get fixed. I'm supposed to rest it, but my business requires me to talk. So I'm just going to have to fight my way through it. I'm going to get a different mic where I don't have to talk so loud so that I won't be able to stress my voice out. So hopefully next week I'll sound better, even though I may not feel better. So I won't stress my voice out so much. But let's go through and take a peek at a few things here. So all eyes are on Apple. So Apple's the one you have to keep an eye on. And see on the daily here, as long as Apple's over this moving average here of the volume weighted moving average 21, then it's considered kind of in bull mode. Now, it wasn't that great of a day for Apple, but this is what you have to kind of keep an eye on. This thing fails, so look for anything under 169 on Apple. We're looking for maybe another move down. You can see my trend. My trend fulcrum is saying this is bearish, but we're above, so it's kind of a consolidation. Now, I don't know if this is going to be an A. A B move and pushes up higher. We have to let price tell us what's going on. My suspicion is that they're struggling above it here. They're trying to paint. But I guarantee you people are going to be selling ahead of this Fed onslaught. They're going to hit us on May 2nd and 3rd, I believe, is the Fed meeting. So bear that in mind and keep an eye on it. So that's Apple. So the energy names pop. Look, CCJ is my largest personal position. My wife's largest personal position is in oil. So energy names, she's building a position for years. And so they did fine today. Look at with CCJ here. So push back up to 31 again. And this is the thing that should get your attention. I'm going to put on a monthly here. Okay, it breaks over this high here. There is no clear air once we get over 31 until we get to $44. Okay, I told you guys this thing is going to go into 50s. I'm looking at it to go back to these highs here. Remember, uranium is going to be relatively recession proof because it's a long duration buy. So people, if they have to pay 3 times the amount for uranium, it's nothing compared to the amortization of the cost of the power plant. And they can raise the price of energy up a penny a kilowatt and cover it with no sweat whatsoever. So bear that in mind. This thing is rocketing, and I still think it's going to get in the 50s before this thing blows up. So you've been told. So I've been talking about this thing forever. Quad U is my other favorite. UEC is a good one to have, but you want to get your hands on it. Okay. So the drillers did fine today. Look, they're all doing great. So they're pushing up. They're not even seeing this stuff. These wiggles in here are nothing to them. One thing too is you keep an eye on, like, everybody's concerned about DWAC. I would be too. Let me go down to daily on DWAC here. So it kind of had a little bit of a dead cat. So here's where you got to watch out for DWAC here. I'd be interested if we get back, not to $10, but I'm interested down here. Once we push down to this level right in here, which is around $36, $37. Okay, they may get there. So it tried to break out today and it fell back. If it breaks out over 15 holds at the end of a European session, then I think it's making this move. If not, I'm interested down in the high 30s. Look, this is not going to move unless Trump gets engaged in this. And for whatever reason, he's not engaging. Maybe you don't have enough people. Maybe he doesn't pay attention. I don't know why or what. But when Trump engages, DWAC will go higher. So we'll just have to keep an eye on it. Watch what he does. Watch what he says. We'll see what happens. I want to go into, let me show you. Oh, down here. So this is a thing that we're doing at Trade Genius. I think you'd be quite interested in it. If you want to trade with us, come join us. We have specials running, literally a few times a month. So check out what we have on offer, or give Matt a call and see what he's thinking about on different things, and tradelikeagenius.com. But we've been trading, we've been learning this new volatility thing, SVXY and UVIX. And so let's go down to the 15-minute here. So we have our algorithm here that tells us for trend change. Our fulcrum's a second algorithm that is a confirmer. Okay, and so I've been putting trades out there. Yesterday, I asked folks to get into SVXY. I think we got in at 1370 area just when it broke over to moving VWAP. I got a trend change. We bought it, okay, and we held. We did it here yesterday. Excuse me. So here, and so we held through this morning's pullback because of my belief in the probabilities of the red Wednesday week, Wednesday through Friday green. And that is a volatility crush. And we indeed got that. In fact, we pushed all the way up here. If we get over this tomorrow, 1420 area, we'll stay in it to the rest of the day. If not, we'll close this. But we had a nice little trade on SVIX. And we're going to do this trade a lot. Right now, I'm playing with it on the 15-minute because there's not a whole lot of history behind it. I'm not really interested in the options yet. I don't think they're liquid enough. So, but the price is cheap enough that you can go in and out of these things and make some good dough. UVIX is a double. So when this thing goes, it moves twice the volatility of the VIX. So you have to kind of keep an eye on it here. You could play the trend change. That if you'd have bought this trend change on April 5th, 1590, which we did actually, pushed up. We got out at 50. We got out smaller with like 1550 because I'm still trying to figure this thing out. But it rolled all the way up to $18 before we got the sell signal on it. Sell signal, you go to SVIX. Buy signal, you go to UVIX. Sell signal, you go to SVIX. Rinse and repeat. You'll make a lot of money. So there's my good deed for the day. Those who are subscribers, you have this as part of your standard package. Take advantage of it because I can't call out all these 15-minute trades. But there you go. Gave you an Easter egg. If you don't trade with us, trade with us. You'll make more money than you'll pay in an annual service probably in the first 2 or 3 weeks of just trading a signal. So especially now, between now and end of summertime, it's not going to be a quiet summer. It's going to be, I think, a lot of crazy, crazy volatility. And you're going to just thrives in that environment. And so do we. So we love it. Okay, let's see what else is going on out here. We did some trades on some of the high flyers today on the counter trend, but we're mostly interested in shorting them. But today's not a day to talk about it. So going into the weekend, I'll probably have some thoughts on some high flyers that we could short. But put this in your back of your mind. When we get through between now and the election, you're going to want to be very, very comfortable trading in and out of TWM, trading in and out of UVIX, trading in and out of SRS, okay, and trading in and out of SARK. You got to protect your portfolio. In fact, you want to thrive in this environment. And at some point in the near future, we're gonna want to go long the bond market, which means yields down because these idiots are gonna find out how badly they screwed up. Okay, and they're gonna have to lower interest rates. I know they want to get the CDBC thing, whatever the heck they want to try to do with the digital currency and not lower interest rates, but throw money at their friends. But that's not happening anytime soon. And if they lose the election and the Reds get in there, I think there'll be more of a battle, at least a lot more visibility. Although a lot of the Republicans are compromised too. So at the end of this, please pray to God He intervenes on some of these people. They're all compromised, and we need help. But in the meantime, we could trade through a lot of this stuff, and we can make money and we could thrive. 2008, if you'd have just bought TLT, you would have made 100% on your money. If you would have traded short the banks and short real estate, you'd have made 200 or 300% on your money, while the rest of the world was losing 50% of their portfolio. Don't be a victim here, be a victor. All right. Be buy tradable. Thanks for listening. You guys have a great night. I won't do anything tomorrow night. It's Friday, happy hour at my house, but I'll be back with you on Saturday and on Sunday, and I'll be slipping Phil in there somewhere to talk crypto. Thanks, guys. Bye bye.